Recon bolt does ping, does go out. I just spotted 5 players there, but the shock dart's gonna come out
Oh
early.
my gosh, that shock dart does so much damage, and Derek falling back into the site. They have a nanostorm to prevent them from getting into market. These 2 players on A are already flanking in, but well, I was gonna say that those 2 players coming back through mid, we're gonna have an opportunity, but it doesn't look like there's much left over.
No, not at all. That was just very, very fast stuff from TSM. 100 Thieves. No time to act, and especially that flash ended up discombobulating Stellar. TSM now. Full control aside. Not a single player sitting on the outskirts. Not a single player sitting over in B main. There goes the early paranoia. Paranoia is so good, but Will does actually get up too, but the frags go down for the attackers. Bang. And the last one remaining, but only has
The piss around here to give TSM the advantage.
that early fault line. Does stop that early push there from Asuna. Again, 3 players waiting to peek out this one way. So good to mitigate a bit of pressure. Rossi just looking for something. At the same time, everyone from 100 Thieves is pushing something. 2 players over on the other side.
Yeah, they're playing off of that turret contact. Will playing the anti-flash.
Take flight.
Nothing comes the way of A main though. 100 Thieves. Fruitless endeavor as TSM see that pressure and end up backing away, but a very well-timed smoke, a one-way as well, back towards Catwalk. It's not going to stop TSM. They send smoke to allow them to isolate this fight. They want the tree position for themselves. They can now isolate the garden fight as well. So TSM walking their way in now towards garden will have this full control, and that will leave TSM 3 players none the wiser. They're all just sitting in A main.
How do they actually plug out A main
30
though?
seconds left.
Because again, they're isolating it for good reason. They just haven't cleared a single thing. They're gonna pop out here in A. Not a single piece of util too for them to actually go out on A. That's very, very interesting. The recon goes out. Same with the smoke. Big plug out of A. There's 3 players again, still with pistols, looking to come out. But TSM, they tiptoe all the way around all of them.
Yeah, smart from TSM to then pick and fight where exactly they want to set a duel up. They wanted to set a duel in towards defender spawn. And now 100 Thieves just looking to pull any guns away out of TSM's hands, make this next round as less of a bonus as you can, but it looks like, I feel like at least TSM would walk away with the majority, if not all, their guns. And spot check towards mid. Rossi is very close to his ultimate, so, I mean, you feed him these kills, and then you've got a pretty big issue as he gets another one. Can get one more, but never mind. It's going to steal the last 2, but it's the Odin and a Sova.
Let's do it.
The cringe. The very, very cringe. Doesn't actually get anything, though, but, I mean, that's Derek establishing pretty decent control here in towards B main. The recon bolt does get broken, so TSM on this bonus are still playing conservative, allowing 100 Thieves to kind of take A main control, but they'll split back up towards mid. Will is a very dangerous peek. If he peeks out and just dashes back in with a free pick, that's going to be huge for 100 Thieves just to lead into towards an A exec.
Will has the lineup in mid. He is actually able to get one and out of it safe.
Perfect from Will. That's exactly what you want. Get one pick, get out. Now he's got support of a second, a third, even as the Odin, the cringe. Oh, it's coming into full effect. TSM.
Oh, big
Unfortunately,
shot from Will.
getting shut down with any late lurks they want to go for. Asuna, that's a little bit unfortunate timing. Bonus is what's going to allow them this really strong buy, and it looks like Seven will pull out the op here in round number 4. A lot of pressure here towards the A side. A lot of pressure as they're looking to clear out this corner cubby.
They're all gone.
Yep, instantly TSM back away, but this is almost telegraphing. Look at the setup now in front of B main, and look at Derek. Derek has still got the Odin.
Still got the Odin, but no recon bolt. He's gonna have to wait for a contact here. Oh, the turret's completely paranoid out, but LMG still does come out doing a bit of damage. Stellar sitting back towards stairs. We're still waiting for that interaction to come in. Satchel from Corey again. 2 players in the middle left side. They got it down. Oh, the smoke is actually perfect. Got a gap for Derek. Derek's still dancing around, and he's able to get 2 off the Odin. But it's only 2 that the rest of the team will be able to get 3v3.
Yeah, 7 now. This is the duel that he needs to win, and he's so good to find one. They swing.
He's getting another.
Before the flash pops, and the ult comes out from Corey.
Pulls out the showstopper. That's the insurance policy. Now the pistols come out for 100 Thieves.
They are battling back actually pretty heavily here. GMD is gonna show face towards A, use that fault line early on. They are trying to actually combat 100 Thieves' early A main control. It doesn't work out as they do end up getting deep anyway on both A and B. Will doesn't want to risk the Hail Mary play just yet. Doesn't have the support of any flashes, so he will back away. This engagement does end up with a bang victory, but it's not 100 Thieves victory as TSM will take that control back, taking 2 players down, splitting the defense, and now opening up the B side as rotations have pulled away.
Recon actually goes out a bit early there for Derek. Catch maybe a player or 2 off guard, but the Owl Drone is going to pull away. Maybe a rotation or 2 very early. There you go, Will. He pops out a cat. It's 1 free frag again. We're still dealing with pistols here, but we're down to even strength. Rossi might have gotten timing there. His gun wasn't even out. Now 2 players remaining, Stellar and Will.
I wouldn't be surprised if Will just says, all right, Stellar, go throw your body. Let me try and Hail Mary this. Yep. He's got double updraft, and he will go for the first one towards spawn. Doesn't find anything.
He isn't.
If he had a dash, it would be perfect, because he could dash over the shed here, but Will has been watched now by 7, and he will end up going down. A 4th round here for TSM as Stellar dinked down to 17. And 100 Thieves, yep. Not much to be expected here. No, I think he's going to like to take an ascent towards A main. Another one way to go down. And yep, there's that knife. That knife has never come out that early, and they were trying to cancel out a fast play from GMD with his Rolling Thunder. They shift back. They've drawn up the knife, and now they have the Hunt to to use for the B side if they want.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this peak? Will's just going in?
They duck away from the Owl Drone. So now Will, yes, he has his space, but you have an Owl Drone. Or apologies, you have a recon bolt from Rossi. And GMD's flashes are recleared. This is fine. This is fine for TSM. Just be cautious.
Okay, Will, does he get timing here? He's thinking about it. Boombot coming in and detects him immediately and can't get the shot out. The Boombot doesn't actually hit him, though, and he's able to escape. Okay, no.
Perfect setup here. Perfect.
Whoa. What happened with that nade?
Deep into the site now, Corey. He's got the space, and there it is. The flank comes through. Is this falling apart here for TSM? Were they over-eager to take site control? Spike not down, and it's stuck 4v2.
But Sully, explain how. They only had 1 person here in the middle of the site. TSM, it seemed to be like a red carpet. It seemed to be like a cakewalk into the middle here. But instead, Subrosa having to hold it down in a 1v4 after seeing all of his teammates fall just on the radar. Does finally get a crossfire, able to get 1, but only 1. There goes 100 Thieves, a massive, massive round. But again, TSM maybe going a bit too quick. It was Will that was on his way out, but he was able to reposition himself and cause a bit of chaos.
Preparation leads to...
You're seeing so much pressure from both mid and over in A main. There goes a massive push. Paranoia comes out too. Nade coming in. Subrosa, his box. Can he escape? Absolutely he can't. Asuna takes him down. A massive 2-man push, and they walk out.
A lovely setup there. Can't TP out.
Look at
gets
mid.
Flushed out by the nade. Yep, mid engagement here. 7 doesn't have the out this time around, and Will has just held such a deep angle. He's covered by the stairs as well, and he's got reinforcements to peek top mid. They just need to maintain Garden, though, right? Because you have the lockdown for the retake if they get site control, but I don't even think it's going to be needed here. Yes, TSM have taken A main, but what more can you get? And now they have nothing to break the lockdown except for shock darts.
Right, exactly that.
Aftershock is gone.
Pending on this lockdown, but like you said, Aftershock gone, fault line gone. Does have at least 1 flash to use, but Corey,
did it hit Rossi?
This is big. Nah, you need a 50-50 play like this. You need a cheeky play like this, but no, the recon bolt comes out. It forces Corey to push in, and Rossi can't do anything about the cat play. GMD all in his lonesome. It's gonna be 100 Thieves pulling a a Prime Gaming flawless.
We'll have at least tour de force, but that's really about it. Another early setup here once again from 100 Thieves. I mean, this early knife combo has worked out so well.
It did before, but it works out now just for a bit of space. They are going to do a whole lot to try to clear out Wine. Bang.
But he can
some sort of plan here. Well, yeah, he can. This Paranoia is good to at least get some information. They know he's there. TP is going to come out, and he's safe.
Yep, beautifully done here again. The support here from Austin.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
About, but oh, they don't check.
Oh!
He's the one that slips through with a TP.
That is massive. Omen v Omen. Sabrosa surprising the two from the side. 100 Thieves now. 3 players remaining, but that includes the lockdown.
They don't have it. They don't have guarding control. That was the contingency here for an A retake. They don't have that anymore.
They need to clear out Cat entirely. That smoke is going to stay up for so long. GMD from below.
Flash ready as well from Sabrosa.
But Sabrosa, again, still waiting for his opportunity. But these 2 players over in Cat, they know their assignment. They know they have to shut it down. How is Corey here? How is Corey from behind? How does TSM have one person in every single position possible? Stellar does get the kill back, but Corey gets a big frag from behind. Stellar, he has to save the lockdown. This has to be a runaway for these. He knows that there's another one on the other side of the wall, and he's still able to escape. That smoke dash was so good.
So risky. So gutsy from Will. As he backs away. Yep, they'll take back mid control here at TSM, but you've lost 7 early on. Someone that can duel against and hang with Will in the op-v-op duel. And Will is going to post it back up towards mid once more. Watching that market cross. A drone is going to rework and clear mid as well. This is perfect. Again, 100 Thieves. They still have that lockdown. And they're putting an emphasis here on Tree Room and Garden. That's the control they want. Paranoia, nade, and a flash available between Asta and Bang. And in comes the first nade, but there's the flush, the aftershock, and it's a great take again.
Oh, but Will coming in has to defend this. He does have the knives, and he uses it perfectly, getting a 3rd kill. Can he get a 4th? He does have the angle on GMD, but he second thinks the flick. Stellar and Derek, they are back in spawn. They almost had an opportunity to take down that spike.
Rossi.
Again, Sully. That kill happens, and the spike goes down, but Rossi. Oh, Rossi. Mission does not come to fruition. 15 HP left. And the lockdown is going to flush him out. Stellar goes out for the peak. Oh man, 100 Thieves. Such a tough play over there in heaven. They needed to dodge 2 big rushes.
Austin and Bang had together to slow it down, even though Corey breaks through the lines with an aftershock. 100 Thieves in full control of that last round now. Looking to tie things up here as TSM. Slow walk up. Try and get GMD onto this rolling thunder, but it's no shocks available. Derek not able to deny, and a little bit scary for Rossi as once more Bang slips on through the cracks, and oh my gosh.
So many scary scenarios all over the place. An individual over in B gets absolutely taken down, and Corey and GMD, they're just done for, and the rest of TSM, there is no way they can actually make their way through B main.
Stellar finding a huge double frag on B main, leaves Sabrosa up. Let's get the timing on this cross back, but he's spotted and he's dead. Down goes Sabrosa, and up goes 100 Thieves to 5, unless 7. And Rossi combined can pull something big, but Will had the angle, but 7 just shoulder peeks him and takes him out. Now that's given a gap for Rossi to slip through.
Can't emphasize how much of a huge shot that was from 7.
Oh, I thought he would have saved one rendezvous to get the spike and TP out, but instead he puts them both for the early op peak. And Rossi spots 1. No trade yet, 20 seconds left.
What? He gets the 1 and done. He's out of there. 20 seconds left now. Spike is still in the middle of B main. 7 wants a pick, but he still needs to get that down. And look at this, dude. They have no idea that 100 Thieves has 2 players just chilling in the middle of B. It's an absolute tragedy. And even then, by the time Rossi actually makes it over to B, he doesn't even have time to exec with his teammate. So they're just going to hold on to the rifles here if Rossi can. If Rossi doesn't get peeked on. Indeed.
Both ults on the line, which would be
maybe
huge in an exec like this.
Now let's see it. It's going to be that first battle here for A main. Very, very tough for these players to actually go through. There's nobody actually watching here in A main. You're just going to have TSM. Maybe potentially here to just waltz in. It's the same thing over towards B main. No actual solid hold of B main. They can get these orbs.
Yeah, there's that control now that Rossi was looking for. He gets onto the ult orb. And Austin needs that knife back online. They're going to regroup and get Corey onto the showstopper where he can work the site with an explosive exec, but they have to back away. They actually don't go for it. Rossi is the only one that got the ult orb in this engagement. He has the Hunter Seer and a Rolling Thunder, but that should be more than enough. Corey still has a Judge to play with, and now the exit comes. That's a very early knife, and now there's nothing to cancel out. He's got to get the null command, and they're hunting for Asuna, but they're not getting the tag, and he still has the null command online.
No way, no way. They're not going to be able to find anyone, but there goes the null command. Asuna does go down, though. There's Bang right through the smoke. Even while he's stunned, he's not going down. Can they actually make it through sight, though? There's one person in the back of sight. That's Will that could be able to hold it down. It's a bit difficult, though, and the showstopper, it goes right through the smoke, but doesn't find anyone. A 4v4 after so many ultis were used, but 100 Thieves still have the same amount of men.
Oh, lots of damage done on those sharks. Oh, the placement of the second is near perfection. And 7 down low has to come up big. Stellar with another double to try and hold it down, but Rossi in the corner on low HP. It's Stellar. The IG yellow in a 1 versus 2. Could find one. Spins for the second, but Rossi didn't.
Round, we move on. Last round of the half. And this time, 100 Thieves, they actually are looking for A main control.
Fake TP from Bang, by the way, towards the top of the smoke, and they're both looking towards her just in case. They're all going to walk their way up now towards Catwalk. For another A split. They're going to crunch here. I mean, you have Yuta to clear this out. GMD has still the fault line, has still the flash, and Sabrosa has got it very deep. They're denying again this guarding control, so the lockdown can't come into effect. Now they need to get aggressive. They need the fight. They're good for 1. Asuna not stunned, and Asuna with Bang finds a double. Spike down, and now TSM have to try and make something happen with a crunch back.
I mean, the util comes out at such a stellar time, but now the spike's still stuck back in main. But 7 makes it a bit more feasible. Asuna needs to dance.
Oh, they still Sabrosa sneaking from behind with Derek.
Wow.
A phenomenal read is going to take him down.
Unreal, no way. 7, he was peeking every angle, so close to me. But Corey in a 1v4, he's down to 11 HP, but he still makes it a bit possible. Asuna and Will sitting in the back of A main, and for once, 100 Thieves, they've tried that A main push so many times. Not a single time have they maintained that sort of control. But this time, it was just a clear push.
Aiming towards Market. Try and cancel again. He knows that GMD plays a very central position, right? The last time they played, GMD does not change up his ascent positioning, and there goes the util. GMD cannot support anymore, and they have to concede the B site.
You can see it, but you do have the one-way. Will gonna find something there, but it's not gonna work out. Recon Bolt actually does slow down a couple of these players. They need to struggle to find it, but the plant will be able to go down.
They're very fast on this position as well. They have a flash and a paranoia. 5 players grouped up. Split between now Defender, Spawn, and Market.
Here we go. 5v5 pistol retake. This one's going to be chaotic. Here comes Will on the front side, having to hold it down, but you still have one player over towards B main, one player over towards short too. But watch out. You have Derek flanking from behind, but it's 7 in GMD, combining for all the frags. TSM, they don't care about this flank whatsoever. They take the site perfectly. 4 players remain alive, and TSM are off with a bang.
A phenomenal retake from TSM. I mean, the split attention of the...
If they aren't actually staggering some of their utility, but here we go. There's going to be only one here over towards that B side. Rossi. We're waiting up for that rotation from 7. Very fast rotations, period. You already had almost immediately 3 players shifted here into the back of B, but let's see, it might actually be a bit freer if they do have that extra smoke for B main, or excuse me, for spawn. It's not going to happen. Rossi does get plugged out, though, but 2 players are here.
No chance that they're going to be able to get into that B site with 3 players already grouped up. Work back over now towards A, but you have Sabrosa with a flash to support Corey here as he is tucked in towards Wine. And now GMD even in rotation. The fault line, not online, but still. TSM in a comfortable spot with now the 3rd player rotating in towards A, and 100 Thieves kind of grouping up here for the hit.
Ooh, Corey! Well timed, but only able to get 1, so the pistols still marching forward off the shift, off the trade.
Ooh, Will.
Whoa. Sabrosa tried to get tricky.
Yeah, nearly does get caught out here. They smoke the cross to pick up the Spectre, but they don't actually go for it. They instead double, triple back over now towards the B site. A huge pickup there at Stellar. Now that's cracked open the B site. Rossi a little bit late to the party, and it will give TSM something to scratch their heads about as the spike should go down. They've now got 1 SMG to play off of.
Yeah, this isn't just any pistol round 2. This is 2nd round eco. One that you wouldn't have sheriffs. You wouldn't have any sort of upgrades. Low util too. The 100T making it work so far. One person, at least in terms of an advantage. Rossi is looking to try to retake B main. The shots actually come through from Sabrosa. The fault line is perfect. He might have actually caught 2. The Spectre going in, but Derek with a perfect shot. 2v2. Both players still in the back of sight. They're getting corralled. Derek on top, but not going to be able to find the kill. Stellar now in a 1v1. Still dancing through. 38 HP left on Rossi. Stellar. And you see if he actually pops out. The peek from Rossi is good, but does he have the time? Taken through. Yeah, that's got to be it, isn't it? It does. TSM take easy to actually work with, but the rest of 100T, I mean, they're not trying to push the scenario by any means.
Derek is going to have the Hunter Siri online. We're getting close here. I love this from TSM. Smoke, and they're going to play just around it. Flashes available from GMD. A Paranoia available from Sabrosa as well, but 100 Thieves.
Out of charge.
Give them a chance to work their way in. 4 players grouped up. I mean, Rossi's nowhere to be seen. You've stacked up now just the solo rifle on the other side, and now these pistols got to come up big.
Oh, Corey trying to make a hero play.
Sheesh.
Same thing with 7, but Asuna pretty much flashed there, and he's still able to take down 7. Still a couple players back over towards Cat, just trying to pot shot a couple bullets, but Asuna, again, still down to 17 HP, still trying to be on the front lines of this interaction. The pop is good from GMD, but Asuna just has the right placement, and nice shot, Sabrosa.
Just looking for any exits. I mean, they wanted to bonus here. With 4 pistols, you couldn't really expect too much.
Oh, yeah.
So it leaves now 100 Thieves with a 7-8 scoreline. Once you Siri online, the next round to look forward to is TSM will have their full buy back. But even then, 100 Thieves do a great job. I love the patience, the caution when it comes to making this exec work. We move along, and TSM, we keep things exceptionally close. And as ults start to come online, I again feel the same dynamic in that first half where those are the round and kind of the difference maker when it comes to both these teams. Like, how do you play around each other's ultimates? Because that's the theme we saw in that first. Say GMD looking to get that Rolling Thunder online as quick as he can, and then they can play off of that.
Yeah, but how are they going to get that online again? They actually need it for that retake. There goes an instant TP, though. Back at least for, back for the chamber. But just this Hunter's Fury alone has actually cleared out Heaven and any sort of potential of a very close hold. Bang. Gets that spike down. It's going to be 5v5.
And they're playing a post split where they're going to wrap back towards Catwalk. 2 players making the wrap. Double shock and nanostorms on the spike already.
Full aim
as
in?
Bang makes a free escape.
What is this, Sully?
They're playing this perfectly. That knife gets so much value as well.
So what happens here? Everyone from TSM in the middle of sight. Everyone from 100 Thieves plugged out. You would think that TSM are the attackers, but no, sir. Will coming up from behind, being the aggressor. Gonna be able to get 2, but can't get a 3rd. Still smoked up entirely, but the shock darts are perfect to take down the defuse. Still, the recon bolt is pinging out 7, and he can't get the defuse. Defuse going in now. Corey!
Pretty solid start here, and a retake lean towards A with this Rolling Thunder is probably the right call here, as that's where 100 Thieves are approaching right now.
That actually gets spots. Maybe not, but take for 100T. It was down here on A. Not a single player here actually trying to stop it. It'll be yet another retake type scenario, but 7. He was holding pretty firm back over towards the mid side. He was already up in Heaven, but he's not able to find anything. Yet another 5v5 retake.
Ooh, the shock darts don't actually end up connecting.
Here we go.
That's what we wanted. That's what we expected. And one gets out, but Asuna, they've played against it before. They do the exact same thing. They spring out, but spring a little bit too late. Will caught, stunned and confused as Corey puts on pressure. You cannot
Does this go the right way? That's gonna
and it doesn't get 2. No, it only gets 1. Bang just alive, but that's not enough. It's not enough because TSM put on pressure.
He is thinking about that updraft, and it's actually gonna go down. Doesn't actually get spotted out by the boom bot. I thought the boom bot was behind him for a second. I thought Will was a little bamboozled there for a second, but instead, look at TSM. Look at their movement right now.
Nice.
Again, yet another retake setup back over towards A, but they're backing up.
Deep control there towards B main. That'll force Stellar. He's looking to try and punish the Hunter Siri grab. It doesn't happen. TSM falling off now, deeper into the B site. I mean, there's a really big fault line possibility, and Sabrosa can send a huge paranoia. Trademark gets broken, but he ends up holding on to it because there's nobody in market. Great nade as well to delay. And now TSM kind of understanding a huge paranoia is going to slow things down a little bit and give these 2 players on site room to work with.
Yeah, some question marks there, but we'll talk about it later. Still 5v5 going into this. You still have two in the middle of sight. Derek and Austin are doing a great job, though. But here comes the hold. Rossi in the middle of sight. Same thing with Corey. Corey getting up two massive frags, clearing out the rest of courtyard. Now here comes Derek. 1v3. He needs to clear out 7 here. Back over towards spawn. He goes low. 56 HP left. Corey and Rossi both are low with a shot.
Pivotal part of their defense and giving so much freedom for these duelists and giving so much freedom for the rest of his team to play around. Sabrosa looking for the duel, and oh my gosh, again the util combo.
Oh, and he keeps going. 7 ends up getting a big frag back over towards A main. The rest of that pressure from 100T is completely gone, but again, Spike is all the way on the other side of the map, but he was trying to make some moves back over towards B main. But after those kills, shifting back to A.
Lockdown here available. The shock has been used, but a big paranoia to slow it down even further. A minute left, and TSM have gone everything, taken everything away from 100 Thieves. The knife is the sole remnant of what's left over in this round, and they will try and use... No, they're not going to use the lockdown. They're just going to go for it. They realize this round might be lost and over. Makes the cross, but he does go down. They're denying, getting a guaranteed 12th round as Derek on 6 HP. In a 1v3, the op angle held. He does get the spike, but that is all he's got to show for.
Economy dwindled.
Yikes.
Basically non-existent.
Yikes.
Does any part of that nade hit him?
The B site. Rossi, though, with an Odin. To try and lock it down at 7 with such an early first peak and a big advantage gain as a Hunter Sphere. He's not going to find the punish they were looking for. A little bit of damage done, but that's really about it. TSM will now shift back over to the A side as 100 Thieves are trying to do the same. They're trying to beat them to the punch. They still have the lockdown, and guess who's got an aftershock? GMD to put an end to it if it were to go into play.
GMD.
There it is. There it is. Perfect.
Needs to actually have the timing for it, but here we go. Lockdown down. Aftershock in. Will the hold actually come in, though? No, it won't. 7 trying to peek out, but GMD can't get a hold of sight. 100T, they are through, but 7 has a clear gap towards sight. Can he find any sort of pixel? It's double here. Sabrosa trying to drop down. He does know that the one beneath Jenny. Stellar does get that kill back. 1-man advantage now for TSM trying to get back into this. GMD does have will to fight over towards Cat. The shock darts are actually coming a bit early and aren't hitting. 30 seconds left, and the spike finally goes down.
4v3, Stellar just underneath Tuck. There's nothing to flush them out. 2 blastbacks for Corey to try and open it up. They can try and do a quick burst, but that's what the smoke is
nothing.
for. But it dissipates. Bang has got no other util to support, and now they're trying to make the jump. Now they're trying to make it happen. A double hold underneath Heaven, but it's crumbling one by one, and it's Will. And a 1v2 to keep 100 Thieves alive, but it might just be done. Will doesn't have the bullets, and 7, an iconic way to send TSM to the main event.